Shortly after Chaplain Winfield Scott, his wife and brother, homesteaded land in 1888 that would become Scottsdale, they began to take in sickly friends and relatives from back east who thrived in warm, dry climate. Scott traveled far and wide to promote Scottsdale as a great place to farm and to recuperate. And he lobbied hard to get a sanatorium built in his namesake town. Regrettably, he never saw his vision unfold, but he'd surely be proud that for the past 41 years, Scottsdale Healthcare has put Scottsdale on the map as a destination for health, wellness, and superb medical care. During Scottsdale's first 7 decades as a small farming community, its residents had to travel to Phoenix and Tempe for medical and hospital care. After World War II, Scottsdale entered a major growth period in population and in size. During the 1950s, the Scottsdale Chamber of Commerce Committee focused on the goal of getting a hospital built in Scottsdale. By late 1960, plans were in motion to build a community hospital, privately financed through the sale of 8% bonds. 28 doctors met to form the initial medical staff. Just as ground was broken for the City Hospital of Scottsdale in the spring of 1961, a group of women got together to form the Scottsdale Hospital Auxiliary and to plan their roles as volunteers. On Mother's Day, May 13, 1962, the entire community was invited to a pre-opening celebration at the new City Hospital of Scottsdale. And on Wednesday, May 16, the facility admitted its first patient, a local teen who had been injured in a traffic accident. The new one-story hospital, built on what was once Scottsdale pioneer E.O. Brown's cotton fields, included an emergency room, operating rooms, laboratory, patient wings, pediatrics, and obstetrics. 55 physicians and 200 employees comprised the city hospital staff. In November 1962, the Baptist Hospital Association assumed control of the City Hospital of Scottsdale, renaming it Baptist Hospital of Scottsdale. Dr. A.E. Carpenter, a veteran Baptist minister, took a special interest in the hospital, becoming its administrator and guiding light during the 1970s. He strengthened the hospital ties to the community and helped it grow in stature. In 1971, through his leadership, the hospital's governing board severed its ties with the Arizona Baptist Hospital Association and on behalf of the community assumed responsibility for the organization. Operating as a not-for-profit community health care provider, the board changed the name to Scottsdale Memorial Hospital. In 1974, the hospital started a residency training program, demonstrating that medical education was integral to its mission. By the early 1980s, Scottsdale Memorial looked to expand northward. The Osborne Hospital had grown upward, adding the east and west towers, and outward, adding several specialty clinics, and the first freestanding outpatient surgical center in the Southwest. The hospital had also opened the Kenneth M. Piper Family Health Center on Shea Boulevard. But it was clear that a second hospital would be needed to serve an expanding Northeast Valley population. After a massive community fundraising campaign, then First Lady Nancy Reagan cut the ribbon for Scottsdale Memorial Hospital North in January 1984. The new hospital grew rapidly. In 1990, former U.S. Surgeon General C. Everett Koop was the special guest at dedication ceremonies for the Scottsdale Memorial Hospital North expansion project that added more beds and services. In the late 1990s, the organization changed its name to Scottsdale Healthcare to reflect its ongoing mission of providing health care to residents of the greater Scottsdale area. Community philanthropic support for Scottsdale Healthcare has always played a major role in the health system's growth. Since its formation in the mid-1980s, the nationally recognized Scottsdale Healthcare Foundation has helped raise millions of dollars to support hospital projects and services. Scottsdale Healthcare added a third medical campus, Scottsdale Healthcare Thompson Peak, located on Scottsdale Road just north of the Loop 101 freeway. It opened in 2000. The campus now includes medical offices and may be the site of a third Scottsdale Healthcare hospital in the future. Over the past 4 decades, Scottsdale Healthcare has grown from a one-story, 120-bed hospital on Osborne Road to a multi-facility healthcare organization with a Level 1 trauma center, a myriad of special centers, community health education and outreach programs, home health services, and a deeply rooted community support system. As Scottsdale's largest employer, Scottsdale Healthcare serves the community via 4,000 employees, a medical staff of some 1,350 physicians, and a 1,200-member volunteer corps. One thing has remained constant throughout its history: local leadership and a hand-in-glove community orientation. No small feat in this era of medical mergers and healthcare conglomerates. Scottsdale Healthcare is a not-for-profit community-based healthcare system governed by a board of directors comprised of Scottsdale area community and business leaders. Guided by its local leadership, the Scottsdale Healthcare mission is to identify and meet healthcare needs of all people who live in the greater Scottsdale area. Its guiding vision is setting the standards for excellence in personalized healthcare. Its record of excellence and growth is a legacy of leadership and forward thinking of chief executives like Dr. Carpenter, Dr. Art Nelson, Dr. Jim Shamadan, and currently Max Pohl. Scottsdale Healthcare is continuing its long-term investment in the Osborne campus, putting together parcels of land for a more pedestrian-friendly campus comparable with other downtown redevelopment projects. The new Greenbaum Center, a 26-bed specialty hospital, will open in 2003, designed specifically for minimally invasive surgery. Another new addition to the Osborne campus is the revolutionary Novalis-shaped beam surgery system, providing non-invasive treatment for reaching previously inoperable tumors with radiation beams while protecting nearby healthy tissue. The Osborne Hospital houses the Valley's busiest Level 1 trauma center, averaging over 200 traumas each month and thousands of emergency patients annually. It also houses the Institute for Orthopedic and Neurological Surgery. Future plans call for expansion of the Osborne Hospital's emergency department and trauma services, medical offices, and expanded hospital services. Scottsdale Healthcare Shea recently added a 5-story patient tower that includes a new hospital entrance, women's center, and expansion space for up to 84 future patient beds. The Virginia G. Piper Cancer Center opened in January of 2002 at the Shea campus, combining leading-edge cancer treatment and diagnostic services, innovative patient support programs, and academic cancer research in a community hospital setting. The art of healing and the science of biomedical research are united at the Virginia G. Piper Cancer Center. As the Phoenix area home of the Arizona Cancer Center, it is a hub of scientific research for exploring new methods of treating cancer. The cornerstone project of the International Genomics Consortium, the Expression Project for Oncology, or EXPO, will soon occupy lab space at the Piper Cancer Center. Scottsdale Healthcare Osborne and Scottsdale Healthcare Shea were rated as 2 of the best hospitals in the Valley in the 2002 Consumer's Guide to Hospitals, published by the nonprofit Washington, D.C.-based Consumers Checkbook Group. The Scottsdale Area Chamber of Commerce recognized Scottsdale Healthcare with its Excellence in Business Award in 1997.